Call the honourable member for Hume.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, amongst the statistics on our ageing population, one in particular stands out for me. Around 4,000 people in Australia today are aged over 100, but by 2040 it's estimated that the number will be more than 40,000 people over the age of 100. Now, during the winter break of Parliament, I held a number of community forums across Hume, in Cowra, in Grenfell, in Burra, in Harden, in Young and Cootamundra. The forums were to speak to and hear from senior residents about budget measures and other issues that affect them. We had terrific turnouts, 110 people in Cowra, 70 in Young, 60 in Cootamundra, 50 in Grenfell and so on. One of my opening remarks to these forums was that we should be celebrating the fact that we're living longer. It is a great thing, a great thing. 2.7 million Australians are currently aged over 65. That's 13% of the population. There'll be 4 million by 2021 and 7.5 million by 2041, or 25% of the population. So when government starts talking now about providing and planning for this change in our fortunes, it's the right time to be doing so. In this context, what I made very clear at these forums was the need for us as a society to make sure that we have a sustainable and affordable universal healthcare system, welfare payments such as age pension and aged care programs. It would be politically opportunistic to say, no, let's keep on spending. But we're not going to do that, like those opposite. At one of the forums, I was asked, why can't we just park Labor's debt and leave it sitting there for them, if and when they return, hopefully a long way off? We're not going to do that either, because it would be irresponsible. Neither are we going to saddle our children or grandchildren with the one debt that can be passed down the generations, and that's government debt. We can debate how we find the best ways to repay the debt, but we're not going to compromise on the need to repay debt. Deputy Speaker, the elderly residents I've been speaking to have been receptive and positive. They've told me that they understand and support the need to make welfare, aged care and healthcare more sustainable while providing for the most vulnerable in our community. The changes the government is proposing are fair and are gradual. When I'm in my early 70s, so will a quarter of the population. That's comforting. There'll be a lot of us around. What's also comforting is knowing a generation ahead of time government is planning how we can afford to support that many people in retirement and best meet their health and welfare needs. We'll be holding further seniors forums in Crookwell and other centres in the coming weeks. I expect to report back on continuing support for the government's agenda. The seniors of our community have been around long enough to know who can be trusted to get this right.
Honourable member's time has expired.